It's 6 o'clock on Thursday, the 12th of December 2019. Good evening and thank you for tuning in to the English edition of Ora News. My name is Christopher, bringing you the only update of the local Albanian news translated into English. For about 2 hours, the Ombudsman was questioned at the Tirana prosecution as allegedly knowing about the list of appointments at the Constitutional Court. After the President of the Republic and the head of the Justice Appointment Council in the prosecution was questioned, even the Ombudsman Erinda Balanca was inquired by prosecutor Alket Mersini in regards to the trial of Ardian Dvorani. As one may be aware of the circumstances of the event, the Ombudsman should by law be an observer of the work of the Justice Appointment Council. A report released recently by the institution said that the head of the Justice Appointment Council had held meetings with a lack of transparency and in some cases refused to allow the presence of the Ombudsman's representatives. After questioning, Balanca left, avoiding all media contact regarding her questioning. Balanca will not be the last to be questioned on Dvorani's lawsuit, as on Friday's Judge Vitora Tusha has her turn to appear in the prosecution. Meanwhile, President Meta's spokesman, Teddy Blushi, has clarified this Thursday that even if the head of the Justice Appointment Council, Ardian Dvorani, will be indicted by the prosecution and that the Justice Appointment Council institution will not be blocked after the accusation by the head of state. Blushi says that the alibi that the Justice Appointment Council could be blocked if Dvorani is taken as a defendant is appalling, as the law has already solved the problem. According to Blushi, if the JAC chair will not exercise his function, the duties are performed by the deputy chair of this body. Although investigations of 770 buildings by the capital's prosecution over the damaged buildings of the November 26 earthquake have begun in Tirana, there are still issues regarding police inspections of damaged buildings. A flat in Kombinat that was not inspected by the police was designated by the National Defense Inspectorate of Territory as uninhabitable and set for demolition. In Kavaya, 16 houses built before the 90s have not been inspected, and there is still no decision to demolish them. Field inspections have revealed that there are 54 dwellings in the Kamza area that are uninhabited. It is unknown the year of their construction nor the names of the builders, even though they are in the process of legalization. According to external inspection by police, they have been classified as undamaged. The same situation also exists in Kombinat area, where for 27 dwellings, it is unknown the year of construction, nor the builders, and whether or not they are in the process of legalization. Investigations still continue in the district of Durrës, where 60 construction firms have been supervised and around 70 people questioned, including engineers, architects, and urban planners. Investigations have also focused on the facility where Chief Commissioner Bayram Hadarmatai lost his life after the first inspection from the September 21st earthquake. The building was designated for urgent masonry intervention. Unfortunately, the inspection team's concern, which was ignored in due time, took the life of the Chief Commissioner after a part of the building collapsed due to a second earthquake on November 26th. But in building number 5, on the night of November 26th, there were also police academy students and coaches inside the building who fortunately did not suffer any injuries. The Croatian model of anti-defamation package adopted by the government is not intended to align with the European Union legislation, but to regulate the function of online media. According to the majority, this is only the first step, as the anti-defamation package will be approved in September 2020 and is expected to change again. Even academics expressed their opinions against the draft law defended by the majority and said that this initiative serves only Edirama, but the debate in the Media Commission has degraded into personal insults among lecturers and MP members. Despite objections and criticism from the OSCE, the European Union, journalists, and academics, the majority is convinced to bring the draft law to its December 19th session, the latest in this legislation. Durrës began the reconstruction of damaged buildings by the earthquake in November. Work began on one building built before 1993 after the structure was certified and under the assistance of Israeli experts. I can come in to live in this apartment with my children. When we say there is security, there is security. If we say we will build, we will build. When the walls are too damaged, then they have to be broken down. Some of the damage is repairable and some can be reinforced, said Colonel Golan Vach. They also told the Albanian builders the secrets of safe construction, revealing mistakes made years earlier. In addition to the need for generations, they emphasized the way bricks are laid so that the wall can withstand seismic tremors. They have placed the bricks incorrectly in most of the objects that we have inspected. Citizens must use foam to secure the apartments as this makes the brick more stable. It is important to close a space between the bricks if there is any, said Colonel Golanbach. Alongside with Israelis were also Albanian experts who followed their instructions in the reconstruction process for the buildings built before 1993 will be made by 100 construction workers employed by the municipality of Durrës for 3 months. The first team of Israeli experts closed the mission in Albania, but they said they would ask the Israeli government to send another group to Albania, said the expert Intela Kaplani. Albanian businesses will have more time to install the online billing system. This is because for the deadline for the fiscalization process or online billing has been postponed. During the approval of the subsections related to the online billing system to the Committee on Economy and Finance, the head of the Committee on Economy stated that it is necessary to have a longer deadline to implement this initiative. Thus, the transitional deadline is extended from June to September. Majority MPs criticized the ministry regarding the proposal that the data server would be handed over to the private sector. There was also debate in the committee about small business involvement, but the finance ministry explained that for this category, the administration would have the ease of administration. The new billing system has sparked a debate over the costs, especially the impact it will have on small businesses. The Law Commission has ruled out the possibility of reassessing housing in buildings that have been disqualified from the legalization process by the Agency for Legislation, Urbanization, and Integration of Informal Areas and Buildings. According to majority MPs, this category cannot be included in the tax scheme, even though it produces taxes. According to MPs, if one would pay for reevaluation in the case of expropriation, there will also be a reimbursement, regardless of the shortage of mortgages. With full consensus, MPs agreed to submit the draft with changes during the meeting. The Law Commission has proposed that the reevaluation deadline be extended to sometime within the year 2020 and not in August as planned, to allow the immigrants the opportunity to benefit from the initiative. One girl who, like so many other children that the earthquake of November 26 brought sadness and pain, was chosen to turn the lights of celebration and hope in Leja. The event brought together hundreds of citizens of different age groups who enjoyed the festive atmosphere created in the Gjergj Kastrioti Square. This December is not like everyone else, everyone else, as the November 26 earthquake brought much damage to Leja. Consequently, the mayor's promise given in front of the Christmas tree was that everyone would have support. We will pray for our city, for more good, for a better future, and we will pray for these children, for all the children of Leja and the children of Albania, said Mayor of Leja, Pierin Reu. The magical atmosphere is accompanied with Christmas lights throughout the city as a manner to express the message of continuity of life despite the sad days created from the natural disaster. And that's the news across the country today. Thank you for watching our English edition this evening, and be sure to join us again every Monday to Saturday at 6 p.m. for the latest news from Albania. Once again, on behalf of Ora News, thank you and good night.